Hey, horror fans. Once again, it is me, the horror miser, Monty G. It's time to review the latest body horror movie. Yes, it is time to review the movie called Together. Yes.
Y'all ready for this?
Hey, horror fans. Once again, it is me, the horror miser, Monty G. Now, Together is a 2025 American supernatural body horror film that was written and directed by Michael Shanks. Now, the film stars Dave Franco, Alison Brie, Damon Harriman, and Mia Morrissey. Now, in this film, years into their relationship, Tim and Millie find themselves at a crossroads as they move to the country. With tensions already flaring, they encounter an encounter with an unnatural force threatens to corrupt their lives, their love, and their flesh. Ooh. Horror fans, when it comes to horror films, one of the more unique subgenres that filmmakers like to make are the ones that called body horror. Now, body horror is a subgenre where the focus tends to be a graphic depiction on physical transformation, mutilations, and the decay of the human body. In other words, some really sick and gross stuff happens in these films. Most of these films deal with body horror, shows the human body in various ways that a human body isn't supposed to do. And I'm not just talking about spider walking. Twisted limbs, bulging eyeballs, disfigured faces, or any type of mutilations are some of the things that you see in body horror films. Now, we all know that Canadian film director David Cronenberg is considered to be the originator of the subgenre, as many of his films deal with this subject matter. Whether it's Scanners, Videodrome, Shivers, or the remake, the 1986 version of The Fly, are great examples of film that deals with body horror from David Cronenberg. I mean, there's other body horror film. There's the French horror film called Tenay. Last year's film, The Substance. Everyone loved The Substance. I think it was Ungrafted was another body horror film that came out sometime. I think it came out last year. There's Possessed. We have a whole bunch of body horror films. We see the body just do some really unweird shit that it's not supposed to do. And that brings us to Australian writer director Michael Shanks' latest project and entry into this subgenre of horror, and his directorial debut in a film called Together. Now, in this film, we're introduced to Millie Wilson and her longtime boyfriend Tim. They're a young couple who are moving into the countryside house after Millie takes a teaching job at elementary school. Now, right away, right as this film begins, we know that there's problems with this one because a thing happens at this particular party when they're going away party, and we see that this couple is having problems. They've been together for 10 years, but for some reason, there's a problem between Tim and Millie. Maybe because it has something to do with Tim. He's not open enough. He's suffering from some issues, and they've not been doing good. Millie feels as though this move into the country would probably be the thing that they need. Now, while hiking on a trail near their house, they become lost and eventually fall into a cave during a rainstorm and decide to spend the night in order to avoid the storm. Now, weird stuff happens to Millie and Tin after drinking the water from the pool in the cave, such as their legs are stuck together by a glue like substance. Eventually, this will lead the couple down a nightmarish path that will not only test their love for each other, but their flesh as well. Now, I'm pretty sure if you didn't see the trailer and if you're looking at this setup, you probably won't believe this is a body horror film, let alone a supernatural one, too. Because it plays more like a drama as we see Millie and Tim do have issues in their relationships, as we stated, I see here, as despite her best efforts, Tim cannot bring himself to have sex with Millie. There are some unresolved issues that Tim has, and it really doesn't. We really find out later on in the film what those unresolved issues are, but it seems like he cannot do anything that he thinks to make Millie happy, but yet he won't leave her. It's like almost like he's codependent on Millie. As we learn later on, he had issues with his mother after what happened to his father when he was in his teens. Now, I won't reveal what that is, but that's one of the issues that he has. However, this adds to the craziness that is happening to the couple as Tim starts having seizures where he cannot simply stay away from Millie. It's like something is drawing to him. He can't stop himself. He has these seizures, these blackouts, and he continues to be drawn to Millie. It's like he just wants to be near her. This leads to some very wild moments in the film, and this is where the body horror starts to taking over, leading to some insane moments for the couple. There are a lot of weird shit that happened between Tim and Millie, and particularly in a bathroom scene. But I'm pretty sure if you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. Now, while the body horror end of this film isn't as gory as gross, like say The Fly or The Thing or even Scanners, we do get some crazy moments between Tim and Millie, especially during the second act of the film. I mean, there is a part that happens between Millie and Tim where they're in a situation where they have to do something in order to get themselves pulled apart. And there's a certain device that they use, as much as I can tell you without spoiling anything. And there's some very interesting moments that happen in this particular film. No, you got to give Michael Shanks credit, and he does a good job with his direction, making sure the audience sees everything that is happening to the couple. I guess for the audience to be amazed and grossed out at the same time. I mean, there are certain scenes that I have never seen in the body horror before on what's happening to Tim and Millie. It's like, wow, I've never seen this happen before, and they do a great job and with the effects in this particular film. There's one particular scene that happens in the bedroom where we see what we think is almost something similar to a spider walk, but it's not. But I really have to give Alison Brie and Dave Franco credit that he really did a great job in their performance here. I mean, what make this film works is not just the practical effects; it's the acting that Dave Franco and Allison do here, as both are great in their roles as Millie and I mean, the fact that they're married in real life works well. As you can tell, they love each other despite some of the downfalls Tim is having before the incident in the cave. I mean, Millie is more aggressive, confident, and assertive. Tim is a bit shy, doubtful, and seems to be a bit lost in direction he wants to go to in life, but they really do love each other. And again, it seems to be when it comes to Tim, he seems to be really codependent on Millie, even though for some reason I don't know if he's resentful because of the success Millie is having, and he as a musician hasn't had the success. I mean, she does support him, but for some reason I don't know if it's just lack of self doubt or no confidence. It's that part of Tim seems to be more he's just there because he cannot do anything without Millie. It's almost like a codependent relationship without the abuse. I mean, let's be honest. With the situation that they're going through, you really have to love each other in order to find a way to stop what's happening. And I think that's one of the things I really did enjoy about this particular film because if you didn't love each other, you really would be up Chicks Creek without a paddle. Now, okay, well, not the best body horror films I've seen in this subgenre. It was still a decent, effective horror film with the great acting from Dave and Allison and some gross practical effects. Like I said, it's not The Thing, it's not The Fly, it's definitely not Event Horizon, and it's definitely not The Substance, but it's definitely some gross out moments that you do have in this particular film, particularly when you get to the third act. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me that couples, after seeing this film, would ask themselves how they would handle a situation like this that the one Millie and Tim are in. Pretty interesting. Do you really love each other? Would you willing to make that type of sacrifice if you're in this situation that Tim and Millie are? Questions, questions, questions. So I'm going to give together 3 out of my 5 of the misers 5 bloody gold coins. Like I said, I really did enjoy it. It's a decent body horror film. It's not great, and I heard that there was a tagline saying this is one of the best horror films in the year. Trust me, it's good. It could probably be in my top 10 films of the year, but it's not topping Sinners. I'm sorry. I mean, it's like this. I enjoy what Dave Franco and Alison Brie did. They did a great job. Like I said, there's some great practical effects. A lot of weird shit happened in this particular film, especially even though we really don't know what is causing that, but there is a reason why what is happening. But it's good. That's the best thing I can say. So there you have it, horror fans. That is my review and video for Together. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, like, and share. It really helps out with that YouTube algorithm. Have you seen Together? What do you thought about it? Did you enjoy? Do you think this is one of the best body horror films you ever saw? Please leave your comments in the comment section below and tell you what you thought about the film. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscriber button, ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put a new video such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Money G. And always remember that rules. And I see you in the next video. Like I say, safe out there.